Welcome back, everyone, to another video of the Stay on Business Talk Show. Today, we're doing episode 2 of Nature Walk. And today, we're going to be talking about chasing our dreams and aspirations and all that stuff. As it is funny, we are in my old neighborhood when I was a kid, Sherwood, in these parts, you know. Back where I was back home. I still just call this place home, in my opinion. But we're walking around the neighborhood, old neighborhood. You already know what it is. But as I was saying, today we're going to talk about dreams and aspirations. And I find it fascinating that right when we're back over there, back in my old house was where I started this dream of someday playing in the NFL. And it's funny and ironic how today is the NFL draft, and that is kind of what my dream was ever since I was a kid, was to play in the NFL. And for no one that knows, basically, ever since I was a kid, I love football to death, man. That's what I love. God, football, and wrestling, man. If you know me, that's my three things I love right there. But as it went on, I was always loved football. Like ever since I was a kid. I played it with my friends. Shoot, sometimes I played by myself in my head. In my head, I basically made my own players up, made everything up. You know what I'm saying? Made the Saints good somehow. But yeah. But the throat is itchy right now for some reason. But I got something to drink, y'all. But through a lot of it, basically, I made my own players up. Weirdest names you probably ever heard. Made that all up in my head. Just the creativity I had when I was a kid was awesome. Of course, I missed being a kid. Who doesn't? But point here is I played football so much. I loved it so much. Then I would start playing football. I think it was like 12, around the age of 12. I was playing. Well, at first, small little dog right here. Look at him go. Look at him go. Two of them. Well, anyway, as I was saying, I started playing football when I was around 12, around that age, and that's when I started loving it. At first, I played flag football. That's what I did at first. I didn't really know what position I wanted to play when I was playing now. I think it was receiver, morely. And of course, I always played during recess. As a kid, recess football is the best. It's the best. You can't hate on it. You can't do anything on it. Like, it's seriously the best time in school. Shoot. Believe me, recess football is the best thing in school. Let's talk about that, yeah. But anyway, I started playing then. First time I played wasn't really what I wanted. I didn't really know position I wanted to play then. So I think I was on the line morely. Which, me on the line, are you kidding me? But, and Falcons, yeah. You got all that stuff. Yeah. But then I hated the camp that we did at Falcons. It was so bad. But this is when I needed to learn how to work hard, you know what I'm saying? But yeah. So around that time, I just basically first time playing wasn't as well as I thought it would be. Took a break from it 1 year. I did play flag, but I also played baseball as well. Fall ball, if you want to call it that, down in Fruitland. Like Fruitland Force Field. But, over here. But then, in year two was the year, man. I'm telling you, it was the year. It was the year, probably the best year of football I ever had. The most fun I ever had. So let's talk about that now. But basically, year two, I'm like, I want to learn how to play quarterback. And that's ever since then, I always wanted to play quarterback. Always. But yeah, that's pretty much where that started. But obviously, because I always watched Drew Brees growing up, always been a Saints fan, man. But I always watched Drew Brees. I feel like that's where I got the idea. Oh, I want to play quarterback. But that's how I always wanted to play quarterback. At first, I didn't know what position to play, but now it's like, light bulb, here we go. But, because I could throw, man. I can throw. But it was funny. I always struggled throwing in baseball. I feel like I was better throwing at football, which is funny. Yeah. But, anyway, we start camp and all that. I got a little better, a little bit more ready for it. And then we go getting into the draft. Yeah, Fruitland Falcons. This is, by the way, like Pee-wee tackle football, Pop Warner, whatever you want to call it. But at Fruitland Falcons, they have a draft. Where you draft players, you have to draft everyone. So, I mean, also on a team with a coach that I liked, and a coach that, honestly, probably one of my favorite coaches. But then we start kicking and rolling. And then, basically, at the first start of things, we learned this idea. There are weight restrictions in this league, and I'm telling you, this is the worst thing ever, man. Seriously, man. It's just, for a tall person like me, you kidding me? And I think it was like, I forgot what it was. Maybe 140. I think it was around that. And I'm a tall kid, man. There's no way that happens. But, yeah. So basically, like, we learned that idea. And as still, skilled players cannot be above that weight during that time. But let me give a quick shout out to my friend Gregory. We used to live in this neighborhood. Here's his old house. Shout out to Gregory. Oh yeah, this is where I got my first concussion, on Gregory's trampoline over there. Fell off of it at first. Yep. Yep. When people say got a concussion, they think it's from football. Nope, it's from that. But yeah. Well, yeah. As I was saying, we learned this weight restriction thing, and it was like, kind of ignored it, to be honest with you. But the first preseason game, we played in the preseason. But when we played in the game, and basically, first game, which was probably my favorite game ever. This game is where I was like, oh, it might be pretty good, y'all. But basically in this game, gearing up, getting ready, go on the field. I don't know, I forget the scenario where all the throws were. But first, I threw a touchdown pass, a long touchdown pass. It was amazing. Man, I'm telling you, I love it. I loved it ever since then. Throw a touchdown. Then we ran for a touchdown. I think I threw another touchdown. Yeah, threw another touchdown as well in that game. That was the best year. But then after that, we learned, quarterbacks above that weight restriction cannot play, and then we stopped playing quarterback for a while. And I was on the line, D-line, by the way, and that was shocking to me because I actually started playing pretty well. But at the time, I was actually trying to lose that weight, but it's really hard to do it, especially as a kid. But anyway, we get there, and I don't think I liked it very much, but man, we played pretty well. We actually did pretty well. In one game, I remember I forced a fumble. That was amazing. But yeah, that was awesome. I got a couple sacks that year, and it was awesome. I remember the last game I played at Freaking Falcons was on the SU field, that was so cool. So cool of a moment. We lost that game, but it is what it is. Anyway, as that rolls on, I'm all ready to get into Parkside. And of course, everyone knows 2019, 2020, that is around the time COVID starts happening and all this. I'm like, am I not going to ever play football again? That's the stuff that was rolling on through my mind. Is this what's going to happen? I'm never going to play? Even though I was sad, it was bad. I did not like not playing football because I loved it. But at home, I'll just be training at home by myself with a trash can dumpster. One of those like this. I don't know if you can see it. Kind of like that one. No, I wasn't pointing the phone at you, dog. But anyway, we basically practicing throws and throwing in the trash can. But as time went on, we had the spring, and we played in the spring. We practiced during it when we had these restrictions. practice so hard during this time, man. We're just getting started. We're in, I think, freshman year, 9th grade. And we're playing. We didn't really play, but we practice. We're in practice mode and all that. Let's fast forward. JV year, didn't play much. Didn't get at all playing time, really. Just pretty much practice, Never got much chance. Go into year 3, junior year, just to keep it short because, but we got a little bit of playing time. The senior quarterback was playing, so around the time I understood why. But I was learning, practicing, doing everything I could to at least we got some playing time in towards the end of the games. But that was pretty much all I got, which was fine at the time. But then next year hits, and that's where it all went south. But we're not gonna say all of the things, but we're just gonna keep it short and sweet. So basically, around all this time, we at home, we were having our own struggles. If you guys don't know, my parents and all that stuff, and just with me, and I improved in my faith during that time. So glad for that. But that's when it kind of hit, but yeah. But basically, I'll be benched, I guess you can say that. I don't even know if the word is benched, or just honestly not even thought about, and not even been in at all. Oh yeah, at times I would get in the game during the last moments, but that honestly didn't really matter to me. But I do remember this one game, quarterback gets hurt. I'm all ready to go, guys. I'm all ready to go. I was about to go on the field and get ready for this moment. I was like, this is my moment. This might be my moment to prove people wrong. And just like that, man. Coach says, go back on the field. I went back. It was probably the worst moment. I cannot drive. Anyway. Basically, coach says, go back on the sideline. That's what I do. And it's probably the worst pain I ever felt. I was feeling all the emotions at once. It was just terrible, man. Because I got that one opportunity that I was praying for and dying to get taken away. And that's all I'll say about that. And we did lose the game. But in my head, it'd be like, man, what if? There's always going to be a question in my head, what if? Because that question was unanswered. What would have happened in that moment? And yes, there's a chance that could have sucked, made the lead even worse. But there's also a chance that we could have come back from the lead. There's also a chance maybe we played a little bit better but still didn't win it. But, man, what if? What if? But, yeah, as today is draft day, there's a little bit in me that is gonna feel a little sadness today because this was my dream. But lucky enough, I'm also happy today because other people get to live their dream as well. I'm happy for them. I love to see that. But also happy because instead of doing that, man, and going to a crappy college and being in school, I don't know if I would have loved going to college. Honestly, the only reason I ever wanted to go to college was to play football. Right now I'm doing it online. But the reason is because of middle schoolers and this middle school ministry, man. I love it. I love every second of it. That is my thing, man. That is my calling. Like I said in my last video, to inspire others and lead people to Christ is why I'm here. That's why I'm here. And that's what I believe I am trying to do now. But yeah, I love every second of it. But, and again, I was always saying, it's not trying to diss the school or anything like that. It's just what happened. Maybe I could have done better. I could have, but it just revolves around the question, what if, man? What could have happened? Maybe in another universe, somewhere out there, that moment would have happened. An opportunity would have got to me. And we'll see what would have happened, but yeah. So I'm grateful for that happening, because that was the best thing that ever could have happened to me. Being sat down and God called to me. God put me in the starting lineup. God put me as a starter in life. He benched me in football. But I was just to tell him that was the end of the chapter, not the end of the book. Because now, that was just a bad chapter. We're in another chapter, and this is the best chapter yet. And we're still living it. And trust me, there are going to be chapters that suck. Chapters that are bad. And people are passing. There'll be bad chapters in your life. But no, that is not the end of the book. God is going to call you. God has a better plan than you could ever imagine. And follow God's plan rather than your own. Proverbs 3, 5, and 6 says, do not lead on your own understanding. I forgot the rest, but don't lead on your own understanding. Basically, turn to God and trust in Him. That's all you need to do. And I'm not trying to say do not chase your dreams, because I say do it. I say go chase your dreams, but also keep God first. Keep God in the center. Keep God right first. Keep Him first, and promise you'll succeed in anything you do. Anything you want to do, keep God first. That's the only thing I'll tell you that you need to do. But also, if you're here coming into this video, man, go chase your dreams. Because I know there's people out there, there's plenty of people that doubted my dream of playing football. But chase your dreams, man. Chase them. There's going to be plenty of people in life they'll throw shade at you. They'll say you can't do it. They'll say this, that, so forth. They'll say everything they can just to get in your head. And guess what? I heard this quote. Inspirational guy on Instagram and TikTok and all that. Social media influencer, I guess you can say. Devontae Walker. I think that's his name. He said, just chase your dreams, man. Because if you're making them mad, go make them matter. I mean, make them matter. Prove them wrong. Trust me, they're going to watch you win. God knows who doubts you. God knows it all, and them people, God is gonna make them watch you win. He's gonna make you watch you win. And even if you don't get that dream, trust me, God is still gonna make you win. Because if you have God, there's no way you can lose. The only way you lose is not having God in your life, not having Jesus Christ in your life. That's how you lose at life. How you win at life, have Jesus Christ in your heart, and lead others, and be who you're meant to be on this earth. Be who God called you to be. But again, there's also, God put the dream in your head and your heart for a reason. He did that, and use it. Use that because there's a reason that God put it there. Put it in your heart. But I'm telling you, there's definitely plenty of people out here that are going to doubt you. And you should know it. Be prepared for it. And no matter who or what they do, man, they will. I never let it get to me, but here we are. But as I was saying, man, I'll tell you another thing. People right now are telling me what I should do and shouldn't do. There's plenty of people, my parents, there's people in my family, other things that are telling me to do something else, like go to college, basically. And I don't really want to do that because I believe I am where God wants me to be right now. That's what I believe. I believe it. I believe I am right here where God wants me to be. That is what I think. That's what I believe. That is what I see. And anyone that sees me in the middle school room on Sundays, they gotta understand it. But anyone that doesn't and is not there seeing what I'm doing, and I know I'm doing something. I'm doing something right. Because there's one moment we're at camp, and we all know camp, the summer of camp. The summer of camp of 2024. Well, what a camp. But let's focus. I should have focused on the good part. Should have focused on the middle schoolers, not the other part. But middle schoolers, man, as one moment, and the pastor on stage, as they're done worshiping, says, "If anyone has accepted Christ in their heart, please stand up." And like maybe most of the middle schoolers stood up. Some already had faith, but believed in him. But the others, man, almost half of them did it, man. And it was like, wow. And I was crying and all that stuff, man. I was balls out crying. And I'm here to tell you, there's happy tears. And when God hits your heart, you got no choice but to cry. But, man, because you're going to cry at how good God is. It's going to happen. But, yeah. I'm just telling you. There are people telling me to do different things. But I feel like God is telling me to do this. And that is what I'm going to keep doing. I ain't stopping. I'm in the race now. You can't quit the race if you already started it. You gotta finish. You gotta finish through. As one of my football coaches in high school always said, finish. Finish no matter what. There's a method to the madness. If you're watching this and you know me and you know Parkside, you know who I'm talking about. But there's a method to the madness, guys. But you always have to finish all the way through. all the way through. And that's what I'm trying to do. That's what I'm trying to tell you here. And today, again, it's draft day. It's a little sad day for me, but also happy and grateful day. But yeah, it's all those things. This was my dream. And it hurts sometimes to see it. Because that would be like, that could have been me up there. But it's not. It's not going to. But I promise you, God had bigger plans for me than what I thought. I am grateful for it. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you this. Chase your dreams, man. Chase them. Work at them. Keep God first. Right in the middle, in the daggone center of everything. Because that's what matters most. Is a relationship with Jesus Christ. Not anything from this world. Because none of that matters. I'm telling you, nothing from this world matters except what Christ says and wants you to do, and leading people to Christ as well. Look at that sun, it's beautiful. But yeah, the dream is right now to inspire others and lead people to Christ. That's why I am here. I'm placed on this earth. Because I know it sucks not having your dreams work out. But there could be other dreams that you have as well. You can also chase those. But yeah. You have this. You have all. Man. The dreams are counting on you guys. I'll tell you what. You know who you need to accomplish that dream for? That kid. I was playing in this yard, playing football every single day by myself, dreaming of it. I'm about to show y'all where all took place. And all this. Here was the end zone back here. One of the end zones back here, for sure. That was the end zone. Now someone else lives here now, so yeah. That sucks. But yeah, here you go. Let me go there. There it is. That is where the dream began. I'll tell you what, nothing is how much I've grown since here to the point where I'm at now. It's awesome. It's heartwarming. It's inspiring. And I love it. And I think we're done with today's video. But yeah, just chase your dreams. Keep God first. Chase your dreams, man. All right. See you guys later. God bless y'all. Remember, stay on business, y'all.